Alright, so what I do is I use Fuely.com. I've got the Fuely.com mobile website on my phone. So every time I fill up, I just log my mileage into there. And the reason I do that is because it's a very accurate way to do it. There's no guesswork involved. There's no assumptions being made. You actually plug in your odometer reading and how many gallons of fuel you put in the vehicle, and then the website will automatically track your mileage for you. And like I said, it's 100% accurate doing it that way. So these results that I've printed out here on the chart are from Fuely.com, and it's really cool to go on there and look at other people's vehicles as well. But so what I've done here is I've marked on this axis right here where I put the lift kit and the wheels and tires on my Jeep. So everything over here is stock, and then everything over here is going to be after I put the modifications on the Jeep. And then I've also I've highlighted the magical 20 mile per gallon line here, okay? So when this JL was brand new and when it was stock, for those first couple of months that I owned it, you can see here that I was, sometimes I was above 20 miles per gallon. Here's a highway trip that we took that was around 21 and a half or so. But the average was around that 20 mile per gallon mark, which is exactly what the window sticker indicated that it would get. The combined rating on this window sticker was 20 miles per gallon, and that's exactly what I was seeing out of this vehicle, okay? So the window sticker, very, very accurate. Now, I remember back 15, 20, 25 years ago when the window stickers were way off. You could not trust them. But several years ago, the EPA actually changed the way that they do those. So the window stickers are much more accurate now, and this particular vehicle doing a really good job staying true to what it was advertised to do, okay? So then around the end of June, I put the lift kit and the wheels and tires on, and I immediately saw my mileage drop. And of course, this is the 18 mile per gallon line, so I was below that. I was a little over 17 and a half there. And these fluctuations are just because throughout the summertime, when I would tow the utility trailer to do some work or whatever, it would be a little bit lower. If we took a highway trip, it'd be a little bit higher. But that's the reason why you do the trend line, so you can just kind of see where the average is. And it looks like my average is falling somewhere around 18 miles per gallon, maybe just a little bit lower than that, but somewhere around that 18 mile per gallon line is where I'm pretty much staying now, okay? So I went from about 20 down to about 18 miles per gallon with the lift and the tires. Now the tires are 285 75 17 BF KO2s, basically the equivalent of what a 34 1150 would be. They weigh 61 pounds each. The weight of your tires and the diameter of your tires, all those different things come into play. But this is a pretty typical tire of what a lot of guys are putting on their JLs when they do a small lift kit. So if you've got a JL that does weekly, commuting duty, and then it's a weekend vehicle that you take out to the trails, kind of a daily driver Jeep, this is pretty typical of what a lot of guys are doing. So hopefully this will kind of show you what you can expect. You're going to lose a couple of miles per gallon, and 2 miles per gallon doesn't sound like much, but if you do the math on it, with fuel prices around $2.50 to $3 a gallon, it's a chunk of change. It's not a lot of money, but I mean, you're talking, a significant amount that you could use for other things. So that's something you have to consider. I think I'm probably current. It also depends on how many miles you put on the vehicle too. But figuring how many I drive and what the prices are right now, I'm probably spending an extra 40 or 50 bucks a month or something to drive the Jeep with the lift and the tires on it. But I just really like it, so it's not a big deal to me. But anyway, that's pretty much what you can expect. This is a 3.6 liter automatic. I'm really, really happy with it because my JK, even in stock form, would never get anywhere close to these numbers. I think in bone stock condition, I would see maybe 19 miles per gallon was the best it would do. So this one was clearly a mile per gallon or so above the outgoing model, stock versus stock, apples to apples. So I can see personally the fuel economy improvements that they made with the JL, the 8-speed and the different things they did to it. it has made a difference. I'm pretty happy being able to get, 18 miles per gallon every week to and from work, and the things that I do, when I'm not at work, like pulling the trailer, for example. I think 18's not too bad. It's pretty good. I have a lot of friends that have Toyota Tacomas, and they get about 16, 17 miles per gallon. I had a Nissan Frontier crew cab 4x4 that would get 16 miles per gallon, and that was pretty much stock. So to get 18 lifted and shod with tires, not too bad. But anyway, I'm not going to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I just thought it would be cool to show you this so that you can see real world numbers, what these things actually are doing out in the wild. So hopefully this has been informational to you. And if you got any questions, just post them up below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching, and have a great